Hey y'all, and welcome to another Watch Cheryl scrap. Today I'm going to be scrapping some photos of my son taken back in 2014, and I'll be combining them with a kit by Kristin Cronin-Barrow and Studio Flergs at Sweet Shop Designs. The kit is called Boyhood Adventures, and I will provide a link to that product in the description box below. So I did start off with 3 photos. I decided to just go with these 2. And the photos are from a trip. My husband actually was like just a little half-day adventure on the 4th of July early in the morning. And my husband just decided he wanted to take my son out to the fort that's on the Gulf Islands National Seashore. It's about 45 minutes away from us, and you travel on the island at Pensacola Beach to get down to the seashore, and you'll travel for a ways through that before you actually get to the end of the island where the fort is. And this particular fort was actually, I guess, well known. Geronimo was kept there, um, so that's one of the things it's, I guess, known for. And it's a pretty neat place to visit. And of course, it is definitely a great place to explore and have an adventure. So this kit was perfect for that. It's got lots of natural colors. It has blues, some light, and some darker going into navy. And then it has a dark grayish black, which I like as well. So just perfect for lots of adventuring, whether it's a girl or a boy. So now you can see I've chosen a background that doesn't really necessarily fit. It's a very geometric pattern, but I don't know, I was just really drawn to it. It doesn't really have anything to do with his particular adventure that he had that day. So I picked a couple of other coordinating pattern papers that I liked as well, and just placed them in a large rectangle block over to the right, and then a long horizontal piece that's going almost through the center of the page. And I liked kind of the triangle pattern, travel kind of look, and I liked the long horizontal paper. I liked that it had some light blues, which I felt really kind of picked up on the blue of the sky in the photo. So you can see here I've started to build my clusters around the 2 photos. And I did that by starting to layer foliage, leaves, etc. underneath the corners there. And so now I'm just starting to, they have this really cool piece of torn, like ephemera piece of, I guess it's like corrugated cardboard that I really like, so I wanted to put that behind as a layering piece. And I kind of turn around, I'm not sure how I want to put that piece of paper that has the pin through it, but I loved it. So I kind of move it around. It doesn't end up there, it ends up at the bottom of the layout. So here you will see me, this is about where the journal spot actually ends up. I think I move it out a little bit more. And that actually gets layered on the top of all that greenery there. And you can see me, I'm adding the splatters, one on top of the pattern paper and doing a clipping mask, and then having it underneath as well. So it looks like there's like a little shadow, which is kind of cool looking. Now I'm just turning that string around. I didn't like the coiled piece showing up so much, I guess, so I ended up taking that off. So I did want to kind of pull some neutral look back into that busy part of the layout. So I end up adding some paint there to that piece of pattern paper. And then I add some bark here so that it just peeks out of the top photo and over to the left. And a lot of the pieces that I add, you know, as I begin building up my clusters, they might not necessarily always show everywhere. So, but overall, when you look at the layout, it just kind of, everything as a whole, it just kind of meshes together where the colors are, textures. It just makes a difference, even though you're only going to see a little bit of it. And of course, because it's digital, I don't have to feel guilty that, you know, maybe I'm wasting ribbon or a certain type of paper. It's just I can layer to my heart's content. So I'm adding a little bit of metal button there. And I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Just waiting, I guess. And there I'm placing another button down on the bottom. Now off camera I do add a blue paper as a border just because I felt like I wanted some more of that blue around the edge. And I'm just layering some flowers here. And it's getting pretty close to the end, but I think I add a piece of washi tape behind adventure. I think is maybe what I do. Yep, there we go. I like how that looks. And then I think I add another couple of flowers maybe. Yeah, that's what it is. So that one will go down on the bottom. And those are such really cool looking flowers made out of bark. Just very rustic and gives a lot of texture and feel to the layout as a whole. Oh, that's right. I do add these frames, not as I rarely use frames as frames for photos, but I do often use them for layering pieces, and I wanted to add just a peak of blue at the corners. And here's the final. You can see that blue paper on the edge. I thought it turned out fabulously. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.